Good morning. It's a beautiful, sunshiny morning. Have you ever felt guilty? We'll talk about that in just a second. You know, one time I was playing a game with my mom. I was a little bitty boy. And it was the game I think was called Aggravation, where you had marbles that ran in a circle and you had to roll dice and try to get them from one place to another, get them home. And you could jump and take people's marbles and start them back over, and it's a pretty fun game. And I remember playing a game with my mom. And we were having a good time. And then she either won or she took one of my marbles and put it back to the beginning, and she goes, "Ha ha," like that. And I did something that I cannot understand where it came from. Something I had never done before. Something I've never done since. I go, "You stupid idiot." Wow. I saw the look on my mom's face. Her face went from "ha ha" to not anger. She wasn't mad. She was hurt. And immediately I launched myself into her arms, putting both arms around her, and told her how sorry I was. And she assured me that it was okay. She forgave me. I felt such guilt over my behavior right there. It was just overpowering. I couldn't believe I had done that. Not to this kind, gracious, loving, wonderful mother who had taken time out of her day to just play a game with a bored little boy. Boy, did I learn a lesson that day. I don't think I've ever really had much trouble being upset when I lose a game since that time. Oh, of course, we've had times of frustration and times with external circumstances going on, but as far as losing a game, and like some of the kids that I talked to today throwing controllers at the TV set when they lose a video game or carrying on, I've seen people do, it's like, whoa, no. I learned my lesson that day. That was some good guilt. Really good guilt. But you know, I don't sit around and think about that much, other than to tell a story about it. I don't sit around and go, "Boy, Tom, you're bad. You got an awful, awful temper. You don't lose very well. Man, what a loser you are. You're a terrible loser. Oh my goodness." I don't sit around and do that. You know why? Because my mom immediately gave me grace. That guilt that I felt served to point me toward her grace, her forgiveness, and God's forgiveness too. So I guess what I'm trying to say is there's two kinds of guilt. There's the good kind that makes us go, "Oh boy, what have I done?" And then there's the bad kind where we just keep dwelling on what we've done. And it causes us to be ineffective. It causes us to be useless. It causes us to be down on ourselves. It causes us to be depressed and sad and upset. Remember, there's a kind of guilt. I think Max Lucado said this in his book, Grace. There's a kind of guilt that comes from God, and that is good guilt, and it directs us toward the right path of change. But then there's also bad guilt, which comes from Satan, who is the accuser, the one who wants to ruin your life and make you feel bad about yourself constantly. We have an advocate, that's Jesus, and we have an accuser, that's Satan. Who you going to listen to? Who you going to listen to? Are you going to listen to the one who tears you down and tries to destroy you and makes you feel worthless and drives you into drugs, addiction, the bottle, and self-destruction? Or are you going to listen to the one that says, "You know what? You messed up, but I have grace for you. Just ask me. I'll forgive you. I'll lift you up. I'll move you forward. You can get past this. I forgive you." Doesn't seem like much of a choice, does it? Jesus offers us forgiveness, and a state of guiltlessness. Oh, we'll feel guilty for things we do wrong. We don't have to stay there. We don't have to dwell on it. We don't have to suffer because of it. We can get forgiveness, claim grace, and move forward. I'll take Jesus any day. I hope you do too. Have a great day. See you next time.